morning, everyone. It's Tuesday the 14th of May, just after 7 AM. So today's 13k zone 3 run. Currently just in a warm-up though, so I'll do just about 2k at a heart rate of about 130 or something like that. Or certainly that's the plan. It's a bit grey this morning. Yeah, nice temperature for running. So on we go. Catch up with you in a bit. So that's me, what, 4k in, 21 minutes. Yeah, pace isn't actually startling this morning. Still, good to be out. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and there'll be plenty of influencer content out there about the benefits of exercise and running to mental health. Hashtag running motivation. And you know, it's well understood, the benefits, and I get those benefits. You know, I've mentioned before about feeling much better with kind of owning my experience, and that sort of feeling of empowerment is very good for your mental health. However, let's just stop here. One thing I want to talk about is some of the negative aspects of running. You know, and so I talked recently about how I haven't always been able to meet my goals or my plan, and how that kind of drags me down, or when I eat a bit more than I had planned to eat. And really, I think my message would be, I need to be a bit kinder to myself, and that would be my overall message, would be kindness, and kindness to yourself. You know, if you're a new runner, you're maybe annoyed that you're not being able to go as quick as you'd like, or you're maybe going out hard and you're coming back exhausted and going, I just don't see the point in this. But be kinder to yourself. And for new runners, I would say top tip for that is just go slower. Just enjoy the journey. Don't worry about the times, don't worry about targets, don't worry about getting to a certain distance. Just slow down, enjoy the journey, enjoy having your heart rate up a bit. So, but you know, for us that have been maybe running for a bit longer, we've got races we're aiming towards, or targets, or you know, plans, and we try and stick to them. Sometimes we fail, sometimes we succeed, sometimes we even beat those plans. But you know, holding yourself to such high standards all the time is not great for your mental health. And I think sometimes we're just kidding ourselves that we think, right, we're in great shape, we're fit mind and fit body, but sometimes we're not. We're just we're covering it over. So I think, yeah, my message for today would be kind to yourself. You're doing great. Think about long-term progress, and you know, even if you've got injuries, you know, I've been guilty myself when I've got injuries to just get a bit down. Just focus on what you can do. If you're injured, and that's a definite lesson for myself. When I had the Achilles injury, I didn't focus on what I could do. I should have been doing things like strengthening my glutes and, you know, really taking that injury time to work on something else. But I just let myself get a bit lazy, and you know, that's fine. But you know, I think we need to focus sometimes on what we can do and don't worry about what we can't. But yeah, just get out there and enjoy it, and maybe leave the watch at home, or don't switch the watch on. I mean, I'm going to struggle to do that, but just don't worry about the pace as you're going, just read it when you get home, and remember, running's fun, and find that joy in running, which really is there. Okay, right, I'm going to get back on the trails and I'll talk to you at the end. So my legs are feeling heavy this morning. I'm like 7.5k in. Yeah, not able to hit the pace I want, so I'm gonna listen to my own advice, not worry about pace, just get the distance done and call it a day from there. Yeah, don't know what's up. So that's me back home, stretched off and showered. So run was 12.8k, average pace 5:16, average heart rate 133, 730 calories burned. Legs felt really heavy today. Don't know why. I had a couple of days off running. I mean, I did some Cossack squats and stuff yesterday, so maybe it was that. I don't know, but I really had wanted to be having my heart rate at, I wanted to do a zone 3 run really and have my heart rate above 140 for most of the run, but actually it was under 140 for about 80% of the run. So all these facts and figures, I'm not quite sure what it means. But just go back to what I was saying about mental health and running, and some of the pitfalls. A couple of other things I just wanted to say. So I mean, I've just gone through all the numbers here, and I very much have a tendency to overanalyze, and just kind of look at everything. And you then, I think, by doing that, I focus too much on very much the short term, and sometimes it's harder to see longer term gains in my in my fitness. So that sort of micromanagement is not, I don't think it's a healthy relationship with exercise. And we're not machines, or at least if we are machines, we are not highly tuned modern cars with sophisticated engine management systems where you can just very much get a very precise and accurate read of exactly what is going on at all times with the car. We're much more like an old Mark II Land Rover where everything's kind of done by feel, or should be done by feel. Really, a lot more of how's the transmission feel and how's the suspension feel. How's it feel when you put the foot down a little bit more. We need to make sure we listen to our bodies, and I think sometimes worry a bit less about stats. I think especially as you become an older, someone who started getting fitter later in life, I think it's so important to listen to our bodies, and we don't recover like we used to. We've accumulated years of inactivity. But we also feel that time is of the essence, and we're trying to do things, and make up for that lost time. But we have time. And one last thing I wanted to just kind of mention was, so in my long run I discussed weight loss and kind of my journey there. But one thing that's worth talking about is like body image, body dysmorphia and things like that. So I'm currently at 71.5 kilos. It's the lightest I have been for 30 years, leanest I have been for my whole life. Currently my body fat's at about 11.6%, 11.7%, something like that. And I've got the beginnings of a six-pack, which from an ego point of view it's not bad. But it's so easy to get carried away with that. You think you start your fitness journey being a bit overweight, and then you see some real benefits of eating better, resting better, exercising more, and the pounds start coming off. and you really kind of lose sight about how far you've come. And you know that's where poor relationships with food continue, and you know, potentially eating disorders. I mean, I'm under fueling at the minute. I know that. That I'm still under a bit of a calorie deficit. I would like to get down to 71 kilos, and if I'm really honest with myself, there's no reason for that. It's ego. I don't know. And there's something about me liking to have, you know, 71 and a half kilos just feels like a bit of a weird number, and you know, and it'd be nice to be 11% body fat, but for no particular reason. It's really not going to make me a significantly better runner by being half a kilo lighter. So, I mean, one of the best things to do actually is make sure you take photos of yourself, and you know, compare yourself over time, and just, you know, congratulate yourself for all the hard work you've put in. So, you know, running is a great tool for your mental health, as is any exercise. You know, that runner's high, that just being out in the fresh air, that ownership of your own body experience is great, but there are pitfalls, and you need to look after yourself and be kind to yourself. So, you know, in this Mental Health Awareness Week, and every week, be kind to yourself. Have a good day.